Hey guys, what's up? Marco here. And today we're going to be doing the Black Osmium, or simply the Osmium by Paradigm Mods. Alright, so obviously it is a black box, and for anyone wondering right off the bat, I'm going to let you know that the black material is Delrin, although the interior is made of copper. But I'm going to show you that in a bit. So I'm going to take a few hits on it, talk a bit about the performance, and then dive down, take it all apart, show you what it's made of, and tell you what I think of it. So we're just going to soak this up. It's likely I won't be able to get long hits out of this, but it is a dual coil. Alright. And I'm just using 2 air holes on the Vengeance. Alright, I don't want to get nicked out on it, so here goes. So it is essentially a copper mod with a Delrin exterior with the force-fitted brass ring here with the Paradigm logo on it. The batteries go in the bottom right here. These are threaded nice and tight with these brass points of contact here that have silver plating on it. So it's silver-plated copper for all the points of contact. Fits dual 18650 batteries. You're going to notice the silver plating on the negative contacts on the battery right there. The whole thing can be taken apart for cleaning, so I'm just hoping it doesn't give me a hard time because it's brass, and brass does that. Well, the firing switch can also be taken apart completely right off the top, exposing the points of contact on either end. Now let me just... Alright, so the last one is getting a bit bitchy, but anyway, the 510 connection for your atomizer can also be taken out. I just can't do it right now because it's, I guess it gunked up on me. I haven't cleaned it since I got it, and I've had it for about a month now. This is serial number 11. The pin is a manually adjustable silver-plated copper pin. You can screw it out with a flathead, like what I got right here. And you can just screw it down so all your atomizers sit nice and flush. I haven't had much problems with screwing on my other devices onto the Osmium. When you take it out, it's also it's a through and through silver-plated copper contact right there. You're going to notice the copper plates right here. If you are going to be taking it apart, just bear in mind that the firing switch goes on the right side, and the atomizer connection, the 510 top cap, goes on the left side if it's facing you. All right, so that's what it should look like. 510 stays on the left of the Paradigm logo if it's facing you, like that. All right. Otherwise, it's going to cause shorts. If you take this part out, which I can't do right now, this whole segment here can be taken out so you can clean it. So basically, it's very easy to clean. If the camera could get a bit of focus on the interior, you're going to notice, yeah, it is all copper all throughout. Okay, so like I said, it's essentially a copper encasing with a black Delrin exterior on it. The measurement on the thickness of the force-fitted logo is 0.5 millimeters in thickness. So I have already been informed, and it's happened to me already, that this has a tendency to come out. But that only happens if you drop it or shit like that. So if you're not a clumsy oaf, then you're not going to have any trouble with it. It does come out. Paradigm tells me you can super glue it in. I opted not to because I like to get a nice angle on it since it is an ambigram. So it's nice to have a little angling on it. Although I think it's supposed to be like at 12 o'clock. Anyway, it's not really a big issue. There's not much else to say about the box mod itself because anyone who's handled a full mechanical box mod like this one probably already knows a thing or two about it. Of course, like many other box mods, full mech box mods out there that run on dual parallel batteries, you can still operate this thing with a single battery, and I'm going to show you that in just a bit. When you fit your batteries in, since you're going to notice that, of course, if you're standing this thing up, you're going to want both rings to be pretty evened out so that, you know, it sits nice without any unevenness. What I usually do is when I pop the batteries in, I screw these points out just a bit, and I pop both batteries in before I tighten down on them. So I tighten down on the cap itself first, and then I just adjust the pins accordingly, just to make sure that the battery caps sit nice and even. All right, no uneven rattling and shit like that. So screw the device back on, then I'm going to show you how it fires even with a single battery. And then we're going to talk about the pros and cons. I didn't have this built like to chase monster clouds right now, because right now I really can't. My throat's been fucked up, but anyway. And with a single battery, works just fine. Although, of course, what's the point in having a box mod if you're going to run it on single? There you go. All right. So, pros and cons time. Pro number one is this thing hits like a freaking beast. It hits like a monster, and I mean really hard. I have another atomizer tucked away that's built at 0.09 ohm. And when I vape on that thing, I get monster, huge-ass clouds out of it. This thing hits like a train. Due in no small part to the copper internals and the silver platings and all that shit. But the way it's made is that it really hits all that hard, and I have to talk about that later on in the cons as well. Second pro is it just looks really awesome. I mean, this is this is elegance right here. I mean, when it comes to pimp out factor, I can have this sitting next to some of my more some of the most expensive mods I own, and it still looks really classy. So I really got to hand it to them because they got the aesthetics down. This is a perfect example of less is more. It looks really sweet. It's a nice black finish, and then you have this brass accent look to it. Really awesome aesthetic design, and it's complemented by awesome function as well. Now for the cons, well, first con is that yes, it's full mechanical, so it needs a lot of maintenance if you're the type who wants to keep it running in tip-top shape all the time. And as you already saw, copper and brass aren't exactly a friendly combination to work with in terms of maintenance, because the patina buildup on the threads, although I don't have much going on right here because I cleaned these out, I failed to clean out the ones on top. So it got pretty tricky to clean the whole thing out, because I'm not really the kind of guy who likes to clean his shit out every day. So you've already seen it kind of got jammed, so you're going to want to make sure that you clean the threads out, both the male and female threads. Just make sure that you don't have any gunky buildup, especially on copper, because these things get dirty really quick. So you're going to want to make sure that you keep the threads nice and clean. Con number two is also the biggest pro of the mod, is that it hits really fucking hard. My problem is sometimes I just want to have a chill vape, a relaxing vape that I can take to the smoking area without getting people pissed off that I'm blowing huge clouds. You're going to have a bit of trouble with this one because, of course, it is full mechanical, so it gives you raw power right out of the batteries. But that does tend to be a con for me. Of course, that is a selective con. Not everyone would find it to be so. I personally like the power behind it, but if I'm taking this to the smoking area and there are people smoking analogs there, then I don't really want to piss anyone off with huge-ass clouds and shit like that. Apart from that, there's really no major flaw to the device. Of the full mechanical box mods I own, this is way up there. This is one of those box mods that's really fun to own, really fun to use. If you're the kind of guy who likes convenience and you like power out of your mod and battery efficiency because you're running dual parallels on it, this is definitely something you're going to want to pick up. The aesthetics are nothing to laugh at either. It's a very minimalistic design. I like the octagonal shape of the mod. It fits very ergonomically in my hand. It's pretty heavy, and I got to mention that as a selective con as well. But it's not obscenely heavy. It's just not something you're going to want to have in your side pockets or anything like that. But if you carry a bag around, it's not going to be an issue. I just wanted to put it out there because some people don't like heavy mods. That's why 18350s were a fad back then. But power-wise, aesthetics, price point, this is probably a perfect example of balance between all of that. And I really got to hand it to the Paradigm team for coming up with something like this. It's really fucking awesome. I mean, pretty powerful shit. Well, anyway, that's it for the Black Osmium by Paradigm Mods. I have a video for the atomizer that I used in this video separately, the Vengeance, so you're going to want to check that out as well. That's about it for today, guys, so I'm going to catch you all soon, alright? Vape hard, fellas. Cheers.